5 seconds.
Don't Jason and I look like twins today? Morning, this is Lee Scananero here with MeadvilleCalendar.com, sitting in the beautiful downtown Meadville, Mickey D's, or as they call it, McDonald's. I'm here with two awesome guys. You guys want to say who you are?
Tim Smith Jr.
Dan Hunter, how you doing?
Now, Tim, I noticed you threw in the junior there.
I'm named after my father, as he was his.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
really? How many Tim Smiths are there?
13.
13, Tim Smith. But we have the Tim Smith, so that's good for today. Good. Thanks for coming along with us. We're enjoying the day. Tim, what do you have? What do you have cooking? Anything good?
Well, I'm planning to run for city council. I
Okay.
think we need a change in city council. We don't need people that are running again and again for the same positions and have security in those positions, but work for the citizens.
That's cool. What kind of inspired you? Was there like anything in particular?
Well, I'm from a small hometown. My hometown is Butler, PA, but not in Crawford County, but the center of Butler. I've lived there for my first 18 years of life, and we had the same mayor from 1960 till 2009. And I hate to see every city go through that, where they have somebody that goes in like at 40 years old, stays in office until they're 90. And that's not a shot at Nancy either, but we need newer people to come in office, people that are not going to have health problems or pass on, or like Battaglia, like he did with our inspector, changing political parties just right before the re-election.
That's something you don't care for. What are some other things that you were thinking about would be a main focus if you did?
Well, if I get in, I want to lower property taxes for the citizens just in the city of Meadville, as well as create a tax benefit for small new family-owned businesses to come into town. That they get like about 50% off their taxes for a year when they move into town. Because all I've seen so far since I moved up here in the last 2 years is banks and bars being built, or bars being demolished. And we need like a grocery store or something to provide it. And I've talked to a few corporate companies in my home county, like Smart Shopper, which is like an Aldi's and a Sam's Club mixed together, that would be willing to move over here by Dollar Tree, but the city hasn't given them approval.
Interesting stuff. When do you think you are going to start knocking on doors to talk to people?
Well, I'm taking my day off of work from Burger King until about February 19th, and then whatever other days I have off or on my break, I'm going to be knocking door to door, every precinct, every ward in the city. People I've talked to and that, they said, we never had a candidate actually sit down and talk to us. We've had them just go, sign this, sign this, sign this, when they're at their place of work, which I highly think is illegal.
Gotcha.
Now last week we had some Democratic candidates on, and they answered some questions. I'll just name some of the topics, and if any of the topics spur any enthusiasm in you, feel free to talk about them. They talked about housing, they talked about public spaces, they talked about government leadership. You talked a little bit about that. And they didn't talk about fluoride, but that was brought up too. So do any of those have anything you want to talk about?
Well, with the public housing down here, I see that we have a lot of public housing. And most of the lady, Mrs. Vogel, said last week that about 57% of the citizens have or renting, which also includes in your rent, usually water. We have water bills in the last 2 years I lived here go from $95 to $284.
That's your house or your building?
Just my house.
Yeah. For water?
Yeah, from water consumption. And it's the same. They go, oh, I asked them, I said, are we using more? No, you're using the same amount. We just got to charge you more. I go, why? Well, city council proved that we can charge you more for the same meals. I don't think that's right. That why am I getting charged for about the same amount that the Burger King or McDonald's bathroom here uses in a day? I get charged for that rate.
And we all know how much Burger King and McDonald's bathrooms get used.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. All
Good
right.
public space almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost.
Anything else you want to add, Tim?
Nah, and I do promise that when I go door to door, if you have to see me with my phone on, I'm going to be recording the conversation so I can write down what you guys want brought to City Council. And then when I get into City Council, I'm not going to chew up your time when you want to speak publicly and ask you questions while your 5 minutes are going on. I'm going to wait till your 5 minutes are over, then I will ask you questions. Working in fast food has given me the patience to do so.
Yeah, it's a huge lesson right there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good.
All
We're
right,
almost time to
folks.
wrap up. Is there a couple things going on this weekend?
Oh
that
yeah,
you can
this
mention?
week, this whole week,
week.
in fact,
Oh,
I'm gonna
boy.
go over just some awesome stuff. I know tomorrow, which is Tuesday, there is an art gallery opening at the Doane Gallery at Allegheny College. That's in Schaefer Auditorium.
Or the Allegheny Art Gallery is.
I think it was just branded.
Hey, it
Yeah,
could be
very
anything.
branded.
I think it's
Anything,
called like the
yeah.
Bowman
It's art.
Intellect.
It's art.
something,
It could be
something
whatever
else.
you want.
It can be whatever. Feel it. What are other things going on? Well, Saturday, of course, there's a poetic evening.
We do,
so Meadville
yeah.
Counts the Arts.
That's the first Saturday of the month, so the day before is actually the first Friday. And there's all kinds of items to put on your list to do, which is the cookie walk for the downtown business. You could actually start with a piano concert at the Meadville Market House. That's their public piano. It was outside. It's inside. We have 3 people coming in, a young man and a couple other people, but I'm not going to tell you who because you have to find the event, read it. It's great, very inspiring. And then first Friday dance night. So
At the Unitarian.
at
right?
the Unitarian Church. So if you just basically start at Water Street somewhere in Meadville and just head up Chestnut and kind of pop around town. There's first Friday, of course, the first Saturday is poetic, but then Lester at the Bistro, he's got first Sunday, which he basically capped off the first weekend of Meadville. So it's like a huge 3-day. It's the beginning of the month. It's pretty cool around here.
And then Wednesday, there's actually a film series, International Film Festival, starting at Movies at Meadville, sponsored by Allegheny. It's at 7 o'clock.
That's something new to my ears. That's kind of a fun thing.
It's really awesome. They do it every week, and it's always from a different country.
Okay.
I think this one is from Lebanon. So
And yeah, and if you're in the market for a job right now, and you're working on your resume, or you want to know about how to interview better and stuff, you can go over to the Meadville Public Library. Lots of great programs happening, all free there now. You can go there and take a resume writing class. And if you already have a job and you need to get some work done before this
Bless
great
you, man.
weekend of events, you can take advantage of the first Friday free free at Foundry Cowork.
Oh, yeah.
So you can go work for free, get all your work done, get it out of the way, and then be able to take advantage of everything going on this weekend.
And that's Mr. Jason Sackle. You don't see his beautiful face.
Just the
We do.
voice of God.
I wish you guys could see he's looking gorgeous.
It
too.
is, yeah.
Of course I am.
Are you gonna hit up any of this stuff, Tim?
I might see some of the events downtown later on this weekend with my nephew, if it's not too cold out.
Yeah, it is
If
beautiful.
it's
Yeah,
it
it's
is
pretty
supposed to
bitter-
be a cold
bitter
one,
cold out.
bundle up, people.
Yeah, please.
It's gonna be a cold one. See you on the town. Love you.